Yes, it was quite brave of him not to wear his toupee because it was the first time, and he was very self-conscious about it. But it was good for him, really, you know. I had him in my car once for going to a fitting, and I can't remember, I think he had his toupee on at that point. And I have a very old yellow Renault 4. And he was sitting in the passenger seat and he was having such a wonderful time showing off and smiling at women and things. And nobody actually recognised him. And then we stopped at the light somewhere and this woman took this double take and screamed, and he was so thrilled. He was blowing her kisses. I was desperate for the lights to change so he could not just going to jump on the car. But he was thrilled to bits. I don't know whether he was worried nobody recognised him or not, but it was quite funny. We were filming one night and Sean Connery had to wear this period policeman's uniform. And the word got around that it was in Twickenham, that Sean Connery was going to be there. And he had just finished a Bond and everybody was very keen. And so this huge crowd and lots of children turned up, so we had to sort of put a barrier across. And then Sean did his running across the road. He just looked like something out of the Keystone Cops, and at first they were all very silent. They couldn't believe it. And also he wasn't wearing his toupee. And then he did it again. And they all burst out laughing, and they just couldn't stop laughing. So we had to clear them off. And then he did it. And I've never seen the end result, but it was extremely funny, I've got to say. Ian Bannen was such a lovely man. I don't remember anything because he was so nice. That's the trouble. You only remember things when they're difficult and, you know, you had a problem. He was never a problem and was a very, very good actor. Trevor Howard was lovely until he got in a temper with something. Not me, I'm happy to say, but I had seen him. And when he's in a temper, he roars like a dragon. Yes, that must have been when he roared. Like, we were at Twickenham and he was in the star dressing room, which was a bungalow by the gate. And something had upset him, I don't know what it was. And the noise, he did this roaring like a lion. And it went on and on. It was quite manic. And then he'd be as sweet as pie. It's strange. There was a rather weird skeleton scene. Sean Connery finds this skeleton hanging in shrubland, which we shot on Barnes Common, within view of the public, so everybody was shocked by this skeleton, which we hung in a tree and fiddled around with. I had to do broken down clothes for it, I think. But I don't remember being bland, because as a costume designer, you very rarely go on the shoot. You're busy getting the costumes ready for the next day, or, you know, the next fortnight. If you're going on location and you have to load a van for all the work for weeks in the back of a van, you know, there's not much time to stand on the set, because somebody from the wardrobe, who's called standby, they all hate doing it, I've got to say. You have to actually draw straws for it. Who has to stand on the set? I only go on the set to establish a costume if it's, you know, to show the director with the actor that they're both happy with it, or not, as the case may be. Everybody thinks being a costume designer is a glamorous, lovely, cushy job, but it's actually a cross between a psychiatrist and a donkey. You know, sort of. You're playing reassuring parts, but the makeup people do it better because they've got the actors in their hands with their heads massaged, so they're really, you know, good. But you have to chivvy and, you know, persuade them that it's all right and lovely, because they're all insecure. And all actors are people who are looking for a character.